What's up, guys? It's Ty here, and oh my god, I'm making a video. It's been, I don't remember the last time I made a video. I think it was February 21st, the last time I made a YouTube video. It's been a long time, guys. I've been gone for a long time. I mean, ending my senior year, going off to college. Shouldn't really have time to make any YouTube videos. I kind of like took up streaming a little bit during, I'm on winter break right now for college. Kind of took up some streaming a little bit. Liked it a little bit. Don't know if I'm going to come back, but there's possibility. But I just wanted to make this video. I wanted to make my 2019 NFL playoff prediction video, just to have it out for you guys, just to make maybe like a one more video thing. I don't know if I'm going to be making videos again. I don't know. Maybe I'll take it up in the summer again. I don't know. Just to see if, I don't know, there's people out there still that watch the videos. Who knows? We're going to find out. So I'll give you guys my playoff predictions right now. But obviously, guys, you see it on the screen right now. We'll start with the AFC. We have a AFC South matchup here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans, and I think the Houston Texans are going to win this game. Starting off 0-3 on the season, they've ended up winning the AFC South with an 11-5 record. And I just think the combination of Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins is going to be able to beat up on that Indianapolis Colts defense, and the defense of the Texans, obviously J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney, it's a very formidable defense. It should be a close one. Obviously, the division rivalry there, that's going to be a big game for an AFC wildcard game, but I think the Texans will prevail. I don't know really the scores, but I'll just say Texans get the win there. And then in the Los Angeles Chargers and the Baltimore Ravens, I'm going to take the LA Chargers, I guess, on the quote-unquote upset, with the Chargers being the 5 seed, but the Chargers are 12-4. They're a better team than the Ravens. The Ravens' defense is great. They're playing great. But I just think that Chargers offense, I mean, this is a rematch. The Ravens beat the Chargers earlier in the season, but I think the Chargers are going to prevail on this one and beat the AFC North champion Baltimore Ravens, who, funny enough, beat the Steelers. The Steelers aren't in the playoffs this year. That's weird. It's weird to me. I'm from the Pittsburgh area, so it's weird not seeing them in the playoffs. But hey, what can you do? And then we'll go on the NFC here. We have the Seattle Seahawks versus the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas winning the NFC East. And the wild card Seattle Seahawks. I think Seattle's going to win this game, honestly. Russell Wilson and company with Chris Carson, Doug Baldwin, all them. I think they're going to be able to put up some points on the Dallas Cowboys. I think Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper are going to be held at bay from the Seattle defense, which isn't as formidable as years past, but without Earl Thomas as well. But I just think the Seahawks have been playing really, really good as of late. I believe they were 4-5, now 10-6, so obviously they're on a run. But also the Dallas Cowboys, they were 3-5, now they're 10-6. So both teams there's been a lot of teams like the Colts, the Texans, the Seahawks, the Cowboys, and the Eagles, I guess, that have started off bad but came back and really made a name for themselves and ended off great, and obviously seeing themselves in the playoffs. But I do think the Seahawks are going to beat the Cowboys. And then we have the Philadelphia Eagles, last year's Super Bowl 52 champions, versus the Chicago Bears, who were last in the NFC North last season, now winning the division this season. And I think the Bears are going to win this one now. Honestly, out of all the picks, I think the Eagles have a real good chance of upsetting the Bears because, obviously, with the Bears being in last place last year, they're a younger team. Mitch Trubisky in his second season, Matt Nagy in his first season coaching the Chicago Bears, never having a playoff appearance. They could slip up right there, and the Eagles obviously winning the Super Bowl last year. They know what's up, especially with Nick Foles being the quarterback, which led the Eagles to the Super Bowl last season. I still think the Bears defense is just really, really good. Eddie Jackson this season playing phenomenally. Rookie Roquan Smith with 122 tackles, two tackles behind Brian Urlacher for the Bears rookie tackling record. But I do think the Bears will prevail in that game. So, going on back to the AFC. How I pick the games, it means that'd be the number 1 seeded Kansas City Chiefs playing the number 5 seeded Los Angeles Chargers in an AFC battle. This would be a good game. Obviously, rematch of a couple games. I believe the Chiefs won the first game, but the most recent game, the Chargers won 29-28 with a Mike Williams 2-point conversion at the end of the game. And what a game that was. And I do think the Chargers are going to win that game again. I think the Chargers are going to upset the Chiefs in this game. Patrick Mahomes in his sophomore season, obviously has a running for the MVP. I think he'll win MVP, honestly. What a phenomenal season he had in his sophomore season. First season as a real starter. But I just think the Chargers, the pedigree, you know, with Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers is just going to take over in this game. I don't think this game's even going to be close. I think they're going to win by 10. I think the Chargers are going to win by 10 points. Melvin Gordon, Mike Williams, and then the defense, which isn't the greatest defense, but they're going to be able to stop him. I think Desmond King is going to be an impact on the receivers. I think he's going to keep Tyreek Hill at bay. I just don't think this Chiefs offense is going to go off as explosive as they have all season. I think their playoff run is going to end with their division foe, San Diego Chargers. And then we have the New England Patriots and the Houston Texans rematch of a Week 1 matchup, and I believe that was a 28-21 matchup. I don't remember. It wasn't like a blowout at the beginning, but then the Texans came back. But I do think the Patriots are going to win this game. It's Tom Brady. He's looking for his 6th Super Bowl. Tom Brady doesn't really lose in the playoffs, especially when they have a first-round bye. Not much to say here. He's going to beat the Texans defense. It's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but like his years past. But I think the Patriots will come up victorious in that game to leave us with an AFC championship of the San Diego Chargers and the New England Patriots. But I'll pick that after I do the NFC. So now we have, let me see how I picked my games here. All right, so then we'd have the number 1 seeded New Orleans Saints playing the number 5 seeded Seattle Seahawks. And this is a rematch from a game, please. If you guys remember back in, I forget what year, 2010, 2011 is the year after the Saints won the Super Bowl. So I think it's 2010 when the 7-9 Seahawks came and beat the New Orleans Saints, the Saints went to CenturyLink in the wild card game and they beat them. I thought that was like a really funny game, but I also don't agree with 7-9 people getting in the playoffs, but whatever. This year the Saints are 13-3. Honestly, could have been 14-2, but they sat their players obviously in the last game because they already had the first round, the home field advantage locked up. So what's the point? I think the Saints are going to win here and win pretty comfortably out. They're going to win by 14 points. Drew Brees and company is just going to roll over them. Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, even Mark Ingram as well. You can't stop them. The defense is dynamic too. This Saints team is scary, and they're going to be moving on to the NFC Championship to play the winner of the Los Angeles Rams and the Chicago Bears. Now, the Rams this season were 11-1 at one point, looking to have the first-round bye, but after losing games against the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears already in this season, it's not looking too good. It wasn't looking too good for them, and they finished off the season at 13-3. But in a rematch of a matchup earlier in the season, I think the Chicago Bears defense is going to shut down the Chargers, the Los Angeles Rams offense once again. I know it's hard to beat a team twice, but that's more like a college thing. I do think this Bears team is going to shut down Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff for the 2nd straight season in the playoffs is not going to choke, but is not going to be able to lead his team into bigger and better things in the playoffs, and the Bears are going to see themselves in the NFC Championship versus the New Orleans Saints. So now we have the AFC and NFC Championships together here, and in the AFC we have the San Diego Chargers. I wish they were the San Diego Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers go into Foxborough, Gillette Stadium, to play the New England Patriots. And I think the Chargers are going to win this game. I think the Los Angeles Chargers are going to upset Tom Brady in Foxborough. It's Phillip Rivers' year. I think it's Phillip Rivers' time to make it to the Super Bowl. It's his time. He's been running this team, which last year, I think they were 7-9, I believe, but it was disappointing 7-9 or 8-8. No, it was 9-7. They were better. See, they were even 9-7. They started out. I think they started out 0-4, and they came back to 9-7. This team was good. They had injuries. Mike Williams is back, and just everyone is back. Melvin Gordon is healthy again. It's going to be a close one. They're going to win on a last-second field goal, I think, to beat Tom Brady, stopping him from the 6th Super Bowl. Tom Brady will definitely not retire. Tom Brady's not retiring until he gets another ring, because I'm pretty confident he might be able to get another ring. And the Los Angeles Chargers go into Atlanta at Super Bowl 53. And now onto the NFC, we have a New Orleans Saints Chicago Bears matchup, a very, very good matchup. Something's got to give here. The dynamic offense of the New Orleans Saints or the formidable defense of the Chicago Bears, monsters of the Midway. I think the Saints here are gonna prevail, though. I think Drew Brees is just going to be too powerful for the young defense, young and formidable defense of the Chicago Bears. I don't think they'll be able to handle it. I think Mitch Trubisky, NFC Championship, is going to choke under the pressure. I mean, he's a great quarterback, but he's not going to be able to handle the 40-year-old MVP caliber Drew Brees trying to get his second career Super Bowl. And that's going to set up for Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta, Georgia. It's going to be the Los Angeles Chargers versus the New Orleans Saints, a 5 seed versus a 1 seed, but only 1 win difference from a 12-4 and a 13-3 team. And who's going to win this game? Phillip Rivers, Drew Brees. I think Drew Brees he's going to get his second Super Bowl and stop Phillip Rivers from getting his first career Super Bowl, the one he deserves, honestly. But this Saints team is just too good. Their offense, I've been saying it, explosive. Michael Thomas is going to have a game in this. He's going to go for 170 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's how confident I am in Michael Thomas and that Drew Brees connection. This game's going to be a high-scoring one. Don't get me wrong. I can see Alvin Kamara getting on the board with 2 touchdowns as well. But this Saints team is just too good. And the New Orleans Saints are going to beat the Los Angeles Chargers in the Super Bowl. I'll even give you a score prediction. I'm going to say it's going to be 42-31. They're going to win by 11. It's going to be a high-scoring game, though. Drew Brees is going to get the Super Bowl MVP, and then Drew Brees will retire after winning this game. He's going to go out on top. Just like we saw Peyton Manning a few years back, he won his second Super Bowl, and then he retired immediately following the game. And he's going to ride off into the sunset. Maybe not ride off into like all his commercials like Peyton Manning is, but no one's as funny as Peyton Manning. He's the most dad quarterback I think I've ever seen in my life, but it's great. But yeah, the New Orleans Saints are going to top the Los Angeles Chargers 42-31 in Super Bowl 53. So that's all that I have to say, guys. Those are my 2019. I said 2018 up there, but you get my drift. 2019 NFL playoff predictions. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, I don't know if you guys want me to make more videos again. Let me know. Put your predictions in the comments section. Make sure you be active in the comments section, you guys. Tell me who you guys think's gonna win. Give me the final score of the Super Bowl. Give me why. Give me your reasons why, and just get some chat down in the comments section. So now I'm signing off, guys. Have a good one. Later.